Ladies and gentlemen. Did I scare you there? Hi. Here's the deal. We have a lot of shit to go over, and I'm quite excited because I want to do something on stream here that is actually pretty productive after we go over some of these things and I give some of my thoughts. So let's just dive into it. Welcome to the MJS Daily Recap. We're going to talk about my Monday and Tuesday so far. Monday, jump into it. We always hit the finances. You got to do that. You gotta make sure that you take control of your finances, especially, whether it's just your personal stuff or business stuff. Just do that. So, find a way to do that. Find a way to, almost routinely go over the shit that you're doing. Make sure you're paying your credit card bills. Don't carry interest. That's silly. And just do all that. So I do that every Monday morning. Process FBP 70. Great guest. We talk a lot about actually finance and cybersecurity and all sorts of different stuff there. So that'll be out tomorrow at noon. I should finish that actually. There's that. The Ray's Shirts, Ray's Restaurant, my grandma's restaurant. We'll talk about that here in a second because I did a lot of work on that the past 2 days. We basically took their website that I made them and we added a whole e-commerce section. So you can now go on there and you can shop for shirts, and we'll have a lot more products here coming soon. Probably just more different colors, shirts, varieties, stuff like that. They used to have shirts. They used to buy shirts in bulk from, like a local printer, which they still may do, but this is just a little easier, a little more streamlined. We're using Printful. I've talked about that before. So I'll go over that here briefly. Mailed a sticker, because anybody that comes on Fueled by Progress gets a nice little sticker. That's a parting gift for you coming on the show. I always appreciate that. I want to talk about thinkorswim here real quick. thinkorswim. It's a trading platform that I'm thinking about getting into. I use Robinhood right now. I don't really have too many problems with Robinhood, but I see a lot of people using thinkorswim, and it just looks like the whole platform is much more professional, next level. There's a lot more, seems like you can do, and if you actually want to become a good trader rather than just, throwing some money out here and there at random shit, I think this is kind of like shows you more like trend lines and just more data. So I'm really thinking about getting into this. Haven't done it just yet, but we'll see. Probably gonna sign up for an account soon. So there's that. I watched some content yesterday that was kind of really confusing. And let me see maybe if I can try to find it real quick here. I think it's coffezilla, and who was it? It was, I can't even fucking remember. It was like, so he does this thing called Fake Guru, and he was actually talking about Rudy Guru. Okay, so everything that I do in my life kind of runs together here. So it was actually, it was Ricky Gutierrez, who is a trader. He's like a day trader. He's out in Arizona, and he talks a lot about just how to trade and shows people like everything that he's doing. He seems on the surface like a really good guy, and I don't fucking know him. I don't know anything. But I've watched some of his videos and I've gotten some good information from it. And this guy makes these fake guru videos and says when people are like lying and shit like that. And I watched one of his videos that said that Ricky Gutierrez is a total, like, he's fake as far as the assumption that he does and everything. And like he sells a course based on the fact that you can get 2% returns per day and all this other stuff. I don't know if any of that's like really true. Like, I wasn't really commenting on that, but it's a really interesting phenomenon that we had. And I think, did I talk about it? I don't know if I talked about it somewhere else or like the other day or something, but this idea that there's like a new wave of influencers that they're talking about things that they haven't really been through. If I could find the link to this video, I would post it here. It's this one here. So let's not play it. And go here and then go copy. And if you want to check this video out, you can. I'm not going to play it or anything, but he makes these fake guru things. And like I was saying, it's not really about this specific video. It's more about like the idea of, if you just look at like, for instance, Tai Lopez and shit like that. Okay. If you've never heard of Tai Lopez and you're not like into the like entrepreneurship or all this other shit, like stuff on YouTube that I've watched a lot of, then there's just basically a lot of people out there that are kind of like, they seem like snake oil salesmen where they're just like saying shit and they're not actually really doing anything, and they're charging you like courses on how to be better, make more money, all that sort of stuff. it's a weird spot for me because it's kind of something that I've considered doing, but like I never thought of it as like I'm just going to say random shit that I haven't done. It's always like I'm going to learn the skills and then I'm going to put that back out there for people. So you'd have to watch the video. I'm not really doing a great enough job explaining of it, but there is a real thing though, where there's a lot of people nowadays that are just kind of like putting out content. I actually had a run-in with one of these people specifically. It was a dude on Instagram that bought 100,000 followers. I talked about this in a stream probably like 3 months ago. And he bought 100,000 followers and he followed me. And then he's like, hey, dude, I see you're doing some cool stuff. Let's jump on a call or whatever. And I talked to him and he sounded like a complete fucking snake oil salesman. Like, I applaud him for the hustling that he's doing, but I don't really like the way he's doing it because he was doing exactly that. He was saying that he could get you this, this, and this, and this, but he had never done that, and there was nothing to show for it, and just like some, like fucking, cheesy, overblown, and just like, doctored up, like Instagram post is pretty much all he had, and 100,000 paid for followers, which I'm not making that up because I asked him, how did you build your following? And he said, I bought them, and I was like, I admire your honesty, but that doesn't really help me that doesn't really persuade me because what the fuck, So I don't know. I just think it all kind of goes back to the authenticity and genuineness thing and just making sure that you're, I don't know, trying to provide value for people, actual value, and not trying to sell them bullshit. So it was a little interesting to hear it because I didn't really think of that Ricky Gutierrez guy as being one of those people. But I just watched the content. I never thought about buying the courses or anything like that, just because there is a lot of free information out there. And this is the last thing that I want to talk about in this regard is the problem with that when I hear stuff like that is, you need to make money somehow, right? And I actually just posted a Gary V story, an IGTV video on my story over on Instagram, which you should follow. You should follow me on Instagram. There it is. Yep. And it was interesting because like he just puts out a bunch of content for free, and then nobody, like, I don't know if like he says in there, he doesn't know if like people feel guilty and then they buy certain things that like he puts out, like actually tries to monetize for, because like he's given so many people so much value. It's like I kind of want to be like that, but at the same time we need to make money. So I don't know how we're going to continue to do that, but hopefully with these live streams and videos and podcasts and all that sort of stuff that is, effectively free, and we put it out there, hopefully we just continue to build the brands. And I don't have any doubts. It's just kind of that's where I'm at, because when you hear shit like this guy, the way that he phrased this in the video, he almost made it sound like Ricky didn't have the, like he shouldn't be even selling a course or something like that. I don't know. I don't understand the way that he kind of phrased it, but I don't know. It was just something that I saw yesterday, so I wanted to talk about it. And then I've been really getting into Tim Pool lately, and like his not like all of his content, but just like specifically his podcast. And if you don't know who Tim Pool is, he has like it's called Timcast IRL, and he had this dude named Hunter Avallone or Avallone, I don't know, whatever the fuck. It was really interesting to hear that that kid is my age on there, and he like you just kind of have to watch it. So I'll just put the link in the video if anybody wants to watch it. Let me put it down here. Actually, this one, wait, that might be it. Yeah, let's stop that. And this is it if anybody wants to watch this. But basically, this kid Hunter is kind of this dude right here. He's kind of interesting. He said that he was conservative before. He said that he was conservative before, and then now he's like more like centrist left, and he's talking about all these things. And this isn't political. I promise you that what I'm about to say is not like from a political side of things. I don't really give a fuck. I'm straight up independent. I don't give a fuck about either side. I just see things and I comment on them. Sometimes they lean conservative, but most of the time socially, I think a lot of the shit, I don't really fucking care. Social issues, like it's like do whatever the fuck you want as long as you're not hurting anybody. So that probably is more of a leftist idea. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Okay, I actually don't like the right and left idea. But that's not ultimately what this is about. I picked up on something much deeper when I watched that episode, and it was that this kid he's my age, right? He was talking like there's a real problem. You can hear throughout the episode. It's like The reason that people, I feel, that young people get a bad rap is because of kids like Hunter. And again, you'd have to watch it, but what he was doing throughout the episode was he was talking like he had experienced things. Like they were talking like political and stuff like that. And Tim Pool is like 30, in his 30s or whatever, so he's literally experienced more. He's older, right? Young people get into trouble, anybody in general, but young people specifically get into trouble when they try to talk about shit that they haven't actually lived through, they haven't experienced, and haven't had to deal with at any degree, right? And it's so dangerous because it's just it just fucks it up. Like it fucks the whole thing up because you're making it sound like you've experienced, like, again, it was political, but I'm not trying to make it political because it could be about anything. They were talking about like past presidencies and stuff. Like the dude is my age. The dude is 24. Like I barely had enough knowledge, and I think most people barely had enough knowledge at 20. Like 24-year-olds now had enough knowledge at 20 to vote for Biden or Hillary, right? It's like, what the fuck do you know at 20? What the fuck have you been through at 20 to like to then, you know, make a decision on that and then get to 24 and be like, oh yeah, the fucking Obama and Bush, oh, they were terrible. It's like you weren't even an adult, you know, for most of Obama's presidency. Like you don't know anything. I don't claim to know what those people like did and how it affected you. And like you can like look in history, you could read history obviously and like, you know, and understand that and read things like that. But like unless you're really there to experience it, I just don't think that is a good way to kind of kind of like debate somebody, which is almost what he was doing with Tim Pool there last night on their show. It was just very interesting. And again, it's not even about political. It's just in general, like just try. I would really advise young people, for all of our sakes, to not make it sound like we know shit that we haven't been through. It's like, yeah, you're absolutely always going to make mistakes and you're going to say things, but just in general, I try to fucking do things and experience them before I give other people advice on them or before I talk about them in like, you know, a manner in which it sounds like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So just kind of an interesting thing. It was very strange. Like you'd have to, again, I'm doing a terrible job at explaining this, but you'd have to watch that to just see. It's like, you know, there's parts in there he just says shit and it's like, and then it's just blatantly false, and like where his perspective is so weird, and he hasn't even gone through things, and he's commenting on them. It's very strange. It's a very strange thing. He's not the only person. I'm not really criticizing him. It's more of just like an over, you know, a thing that I saw, and I think that it's dangerous. So there's that. And then today, processed AM in the PM39, so that should be up on Thursday. I want to look at this Ray's shop page because I'm fucking proud of it. So we're going to flip over there. And this is Ray's restaurant, so raysdiner.com if you'd like to follow along at home. And so before this is my grandma. Hi, there's Connie. So we have all this, you know, it's a pretty simple website. It's actually one of the worst websites I've ever made, honestly. I really like the design and everything. That isn't bad. It's kind of like templated, and there's, you know, I think I did a good job. This is like one of the only things that I ever took pictures for. They're not photography crazy or anything like that, but I took all these pictures, so I'm actually pretty proud of these. And so I did all that, and this was, I don't even know, this was one of the first ones, so it's probably like 2 years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago, and it had menu, gallery, our story, so we can just go through it real quick maybe. So we had menu, gallery, our story, and contact. So we had all this stuff. Cash only pop-up, that's pretty stupid. And then we had all these other things, and then I just made this page and I made this whole thing in here. So now they have shop, and I designed these shirts on Printful. And if we go into like the black one here, for instance, just has the little crest on the chest there, and then the back has the just kind of the standard thing. We have shirts already that were made up from a different like local place. Kind of just, you know, took a similar esque design. But again, if you were with us recently on the past streams, you know that we just did this for AM and the PM, and we've done it for a couple other things. I'm kind of like brainstorming with all this stuff, and I'm really trying to get into more into like e-commerce and stuff like that, because it's going to be a big part of the stuff that we're doing here. So again, just working on this. And very excited because I put all this together, and I don't know, I'm just getting more efficient at this. you do things more often, they just happen and they continue to move forward, and it's great. It's fantastic. So, you can do the whole thing. You add it to the cart, you proceed to checkout, you do all that jazz. It's just through Printful again. So I'm gonna put that link here real quick, just printful.com. If anybody wants to use this is a very fucking useful website that I have and service that I have. Pittsburgh, US, 35 seconds ago. That's crazy. But this is a tremendous website, a tremendous service that we have started to use for AM and the PM. Ray's is currently using it now a little bit. Who else? I mean, FBP has used it a little bit. I got Find a Tech shirts through there. So just all sorts of stuff that we are doing. Very happy about that. Very happy that we're moving forward there. And speaking of AM and the PM, what we have, actually, let me bring up the website here real quick. We will throw that in there, and you can check this out if you'd like. But AM and the PM, here, we shall log out of this, and then go back, grab this, there we go, perfecto. Okay, so we have a new shop page on AM and the PM that's pretty recent. Look at all this shit, holy cow. So we have all these different shirts and hoodies and stuff like that. So right now, I mentioned this again recently, we have hoodies, we have shirts, and we have some stickers. I told you though, if you've been listening, if you've been on the stream, you know that there is more to come with this. And we have one item that I showed Amanda. So I don't put anything on before I show Amanda. And we got this new item, which is a 50-inch by 60-inch throw blanket. Look at that. It's too big. I can't show it all, but it's pretty dope. It's just got AM and PM in a border all over it, and then it's white on the back. This is fantastic. We're gonna put that on here. I had some other designs. I don't know if I'm gonna put them on there though, because that was just probably one of the better ones. But we'll put the throw blanket on there, and then we have even more items coming that I haven't told anybody about yet, so we'll wait on that. But just continuing to put different things on there. And that's, again, shout out to Printful. They have shirts, they have hoodies, they have blankets, they have all sorts of shit. And you can design them, and then you don't actually have to buy them. You just design them, you put them on a site, people buy them, and then they print them on demand. So if people buy 2 blankets, they're going to print 2 blankets, and they're going to send them out for you. So it's a really cool thing. It's tough. One of the tougher things that we discovered with Ray's, for instance, is that depending on how you manage the shirts and how you design it, like front, back, and all that, the price does get more expensive, obviously. So the shirt price has to get up, right? You're going to pay Printful more money for them to make it, so you have to charge people more money for retail price. So that is a little weird, but again, that's solvable by expanding and doing other things. But so merch-wise, it's a great solution, in my opinion. Very happy with what it is so far. Okay, so there was all that shit. Now, let me tell you a little story. I have been wanting to make Fueled by Progress clothing, a clothing line, not merch. Fueled by Progress is not going to be merch. AM and PM is merch. I talked about this the other day. But Fueled by Progress is going to be a clothing line. We're not fucking around. We're going to make solid clothing that is equivalent to Gymshark, Everford, Alphalete, Nike. It's going to be legit. I have done a lot of research. I've met a lot of people. And we are going to try to figure out how to do it the best way possible to make solid, at least at first, athleisure apparel. So shirts that you can run in, work out in, chill in, whatever. It's because that's the clothes I wear. I wear shorts and t-shirts and sweatpants and hoodies. So that's what we're going to make. And it's all going to say, the Fueled by Progress stuff on it and things like that, and we'll get more creative as we go. But what we're going to try to do here right now is on stream, because maybe I can force myself to kind of do some of it, is I'm going to try to talk about some of the things that I've discovered. And then I'm also going to try to actually do some work live on here, some brainstorming and stuff like that, so we can hopefully get closer to getting our first samples of actual clothing for Fueled by Progress, because I'll be very excited once we have that, because then that'll be really legit. So let us think about this, and let us move into this. So let's just do it from the top, right? Let me do this the way that I know how to do this best, and we're gonna look at this shit, and I'm gonna tell you the brief synopsis of what the fuck we're doing here. Okay, so Everforward is probably one of the biggest inspirations for me. I would say it's probably the biggest inspiration, right? If you've ever heard of Everforward, it's like Alphalete, it's like Gymshark, but it's Max Tuning's brand. I've watched Max Tuning on YouTube for a long time, and I have bought a lot of his shirts and stuff in the past, some joggers, things like that. And I was wearing them, and I was like, fuck, these are nice clothes. I want shit that says Fueled by Progress on them that is equivalent in quality. So how the fuck do I do that? So I've done some research. He talks about it sometimes, not nearly as much as I would like him to talk about it though, which is whatever, but it's kind of slightly annoying that like these guys don't talk about how, like, you would think, let me side rant for a second because I want to make sure that I get this across. You would think that somebody who has made millions of dollars in a clothing company and has a following of people that are probably pretty similar to him would tell more people about how he did what he did and actually talk about, you know, how to build like a clothing brand. Like, you obviously, I understand most of your audience is probably not wanting to do that, but at least some help for the certain people. It could even be like a monetization thing. Like, you can even sell like an actual thing. It's like, you have proof that you've done something. Why not? Like, I don't know. That's the way my mind works, because I love trying to teach people the shit that I learned. But maybe that's not Max. Maybe that's not Christian. Maybe a little bit to a certain extent. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's Christian Guzman is the owner of Alphalete, Max Tuning, Everforward. But the point that I'm trying to make is, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm gonna figure out how to do it myself, either via the shit that I see here and the stuff that I can figure out, or just through other means of whatever. So I've done a lot of research. I've talked to a lot of people. This was a big inspiration for me, and I'm going to kind of show you roughly some of the things that I figured out here and kind of where we're going to go from there. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get a shirt. Like, we're going to make a very simple shirt. If we can see maybe one on here, which I don't think he really has any right now, but kind of similar to something like this, a little bit more of a performance thing. It's going to be tapered around the arms. It's going to be tapered towards the waist. And I'm just going to tell you exactly how I fucking did this, because I feel like this is the right way to do this. So, like, if you type in like Everforward, this is my first thing that I was thinking about. We're going to do this Everforward green shirt, and then we're going to go to images, and hopefully it's on here somewhere. This one, perfect, right here, first one. This is like one of the first ones that he ever made, like even before like I kind of even knew about him. And this is pretty, I don't know how similar this is, or like what this is to one of the ones that I have and stuff like that, but it doesn't really matter. What we're gonna do here, just in the beginning, is we're gonna take this idea and we're gonna modify it into like a Fueled by Progress shirt, and we're gonna you know, put our own spin on it, right? Because that's what you do. You take fucking inspiration from people and you put your own spin on it. So what we have is, we're gonna take something like this and we're gonna do that. So that is our inspiration, and that is something that we're gonna work from. So what we're gonna do is, like, if I'm thinking in my head how to explain this and how to move forward, what do you do next, right? You have an idea in your head. You want to make a clothing brand. You want to design clothing. You want to do all this stuff. How do you get to the next step? Well, the next thing that I would say, and the first thing that I tried, was Printful. So actually, let's go into Printful real quick. And let me go into it. I think I'm signed into a different one. I am. So let's go into Printful. Let's sign in with a different account. Let's sign in. Let's come over here. We have actually made no money. That was me. And let's go to product templates. And these are the things that I've been working with on Printful for Fueled by Progress. We have some shorts coming. Surprise, surprise. I ordered those shorts just to kind of see and get a flavor for them. I've made some other things. Haven't really bought anything. I have this shirt that I'm wearing right now, and this is actually exactly what we're gonna make. We're gonna make something just like this. So, which is, crazily, adapted from this. And just because it's very simple and very straightforward. And we're going to do that, but we're going to put it on a better shirt than the one that I'm wearing here. Because this is not bad, but it's not, it's not nearly the quality that I want. So, what do you do next? Like, if you're not going to use Printful or something, the way that I have heard through the grapevine of how to do this is you go to Alibaba.com. Just for instance, you could go somewhere domestically too, but Alibaba is like a place to source manufacturing specifically overseas, and maybe even the U.S., but I don't really know. I just know that it's mainly overseas. So what I've heard, again, I don't know who told me this. I think it might have been Max, like he said it like one time or some shit, but I figured this out. And shout out to Sean Koski and Frank Augustine from Fomos and Illegal Apparel, because they also kind of do all this shit, and they've been a huge help for me here as well. But this is one of the places that I would start too, and this is something that I have started. So let's just do some shit, right? So you go to Alibaba and you go, what could we type? We could type like athleisure, because that's kind of like something that I would say. Athleisure workout men's shirt. Okay, so you just type something like that in there, and then you'll get obviously fucking yoga pants. You'll get something like this. This looks pretty close already, right? You're looking for the tapered sleeves, tapered waist. Some of the pictures on here are fucking weird. This is very interesting. I have to talk about this. When I started doing these types of searches, I'm looking, and then I get to this point right here. I'm like, what the fuck? And the reason I say what the fuck is because that model, that person right there, is Christian Guzman, the owner of the other one that I've already mentioned, Alpha, if I could fucking spell, Alpha Elite. Okay, so Alpha Elite is like Everford and Alpha Elite kind of go like hand in hand in my mind, because they're Christian and Max are great friends, and they're doing a lot of different stuff, but there's a lot of shit going on. And like I said, Christian is, let's see if we go to here, so there's Christian, right? So he has all these different shirts, and he's like the fucking owner and founder of Alpha Elite, right? So again, point is that it's very strange. It's very strange that you come over to Alibaba and you see Christian as wearing one of these shirts, because this website has nothing to do with Alpha Elite. It's fucking people overseas, for specifically in that one in China, that are making clothes that look like that. So here is where this gets, I'm just walking you through this process in my mind. Here is where this process gets a little weird. What do you think when you go to Alibaba and you're trying to find a manufacturer to make you clothing, and you see Christian Guzman wearing a piece of clothing that somebody, UE Sunny Binding Material Company says, they can make for you? Like, they can make you a 5-piece minimum order for this thing, right? What do you think there? Because, like, with me, I think of either two things. I think, holy fuck, I've hit a gold mine, and I can make the same type of thing as, I could at least get a starting point. I'm not trying to fucking rip off Everford or Alpha Elite, okay? First of all, the first thing is just no. I'm trying to use it as inspiration and somewhere to start from, because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Second thing, though, is that I'm gonna say this right now, because this is probably the most important thing. What I've started to notice is you can have like beautiful, absolutely brilliant, like the best product, objectively the best shirt in the world, and if you do not market it like genuinely, honestly, and thoroughly, and just make people want it, you're not gonna fucking do well. Like, seriously, like, you're just not gonna do, like, if you don't build the brand and actually connect with your consumers, I don't think you're gonna do well. And that's something that I'm trying to do, right? Slowly but surely, and that's what Christian and Max have done, and I think that's the biggest example. Like, I'm trying to make the clothes right now, but that's not, like, there's so many other people out there that, like, oh, maybe their stuff's good, but they don't have a connection with anybody, they're not marketing it well, and it's just bad, it's not working for them for those reasons. So that's, an aside there. Again, what I'm thinking is, when I see something like this, is either two things. It's either one, I've hit the gold mine, and this is somebody that actually made this thing for him, and like, hey, I can just start somewhere close to what that is, and put my own spin on it. That'd be great. Or this is not as good. It's like, maybe this company saw what Christian was doing and saw the clothes that Alpha Elite's doing, and they said, hey, there's probably a lot of people that want to do something like this. We're gonna make it seem like we can do the same shit, and then it's not really. So, because what I've heard, the worst part about like Alibaba and sourcing manufacturing from overseas is that you just don't have, there's no rapport. Like, it's hard, like they have 4.7 stars and like all this other stuff, but it's just, I don't know how reputable some of these people are. You got to find a good manufacturer is pretty much what I'm saying. So that is something that we're going to have to deal with. But that's where we're at right now. So if we keep scrolling, we keep trying to find shit. I've done searches in the past, and I've tried to find things. I cannot remember exactly what I typed in. That's Christian right there as well. That's interesting because he almost has a shirt that's similar like that now. But yeah, so you get the kind of idea. You got to search, you got to find one of these products. You got to, basically the next step there is, again, you have to like contact them. And I've chatted with them a couple times, and you contact with them and you say, this is, I'm going to boilerplate the next part of the step. You find a product you like, you chat them and you say, hey, I want a sample of this. Here is what I want to be on that sample, right? Like the design on the front or whatever, like whatever you're doing. So you do that, and then after you talk to them or whatever, you pay them. I don't know what it is for samples. I think it's maybe like, I've heard like $50. I don't know. And then they ship you a sample, and you get the sample out and everything like that. Then you check it. Looks good, not good, whatever. If it's not good, you get another sample. Let's say the next one's good. Then you have to order like a minimum of like 100 pieces. So you're looking at like 100 times 10. So you're looking at like, what is that? $1,000. Right? So then you have to get 100 of these shirts, for instance, or whatever you got, and that's kind of how that goes. So it's tough. There's a lot more to it than just Printful, because there's an upfront investment. So we're trying to work on all that, right? So that's kind of where we're at. Now, I'm not going to search anymore, because the way that I searched, I literally tried to find shirts that were specifically this first one. And this one here, it's kind of like a 95% cotton, 5% spandex, which just gives you that slight stretch that you're looking for, like in a gym. It's not like straight up cotton shirt, and that's kind of what we're looking for. So I've done some searches before. I've looked into this, and I've favorited some shit on here. So I guess there are some that are trash now, so that's great. I guess I've lost some now, but whatever. So we're gonna just delete those. So I have this one, looks like that was Christian, and then I have a couple other ones. Now this, I saw this the other day and I was like, what the fuck? So I saw this one, and that's Max Tuning. If they're making the Ever Forward shirts, that'd be crazy, because again, that's a good place to just start from and kind of see what we can do there. But the point is that, this is kind of where we're at now. I'm trying to figure out the product that I need to, and the manufacturer that I need to talk to, and I need to provide them with, like the design and everything like that. But I feel like there's more to it, and I'm just kind of honestly scared of spending money on something like this without knowing what the fuck I'm doing. Like, for instance, I did have a chat conversation way back in, like, when the hell was it? Is this one? Yeah, was it this one? This is like way back in March, I guess. So I was talking about it. Blah 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 blah. You have logos. So I was talking about logos and stuff like that. Can you send the logo? It gives you all these different color palettes. This woman seemed like really good. No, I don't want to become famous to buy followers. No thanks. But so I was talking about this and was doing these different things. And we were looking at different stuff. I actually sent out, I was like, hey, can we make something similar to this? This is what I'm kind of like looking for, abstractly. And they showed me some other things, some other like shit, which is interesting. This one looks like it actually flares out. That's kind of funny. But yeah, so they showed me like, this is kind of the process, right? And then I showed them one of the shirts that I specifically had from Ever Forward. And we're talking about this stuff. And like, this is other shit too. Like, your tags, like if you want tags sewn in on the inside, that's another thing that you can do. So they're just going all sorts of stuff like this. And, I should probably, start with some of the sample details that I gave this lady. And where did I end up? So fonts. So let's take a step back, all the way back to March, when I was talking to this rep here. So we need the print logo and the tag according to the PDF files. If you send me the file, it's no need. You don't need to tell me the fonts. Logo might different, blah, blah. And then I kind of just blew her off, and I never fucking came back to this. Yeah. Okay. So again, here's the deal. I don't know if you need to literally give these people like instructions or like measurements on the shit that you want, because I have no idea what to do with that. Like, I have no idea. Like, and then I messaged this other one that had literally Max on it, and I was like, she said, how many do you need, what colors, stuff like that, and show me the design, yada yada. So I don't know. I literally don't know. So here's what we're gonna do. Here's what I think we're gonna do. There's this other thing that's like something called a tech pack, and let's kind of just like look. Let's see. I spelled tech pack wrong. Okay, there we go. So like there's things called tech packs, right? So something like this where you have actual measurements and shit, and you have like a markup of what everything is and how certain things come together. And I don't know if you need to do all that for something like this. Like, it would be nice, I guess, but I'm not sure if we're going to go to that extent right now. One other find that I'm going to mention here, and maybe we'll actually start to fuck around with something here, is, so I typed in, just for the fun of it, I typed in Ever Forward Tech Pack, just to see if I could, again, get some inspiration. And then I stumbled across this, which is on, it says, look into Ever Forward's men's leggings or whatever. And I thought there was going to be more here, but I couldn't really see anything. This is interesting because it's an Ever Forward men's compression leggings. It tells you a little bit of the stuff or whatever. And then I click on this, and it goes to fit design. Now, I don't know if they use fit design. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But this is interesting because this website, this company or whatever, looks like you can hire them to make apparel for you, like design the apparel for you for $349. And I guess it's just like almost like it's like designing, I don't know. It's like designing a business card or something, but instead they're designing apparel. So at the end of the day, you get, this is like a render or whatever, and then it kind of shows you 3D mock-ups, place the order, fill out the questionnaire, review the sketches, 3D models, 3D renders, all this sort of stuff. It gives you all this stuff, and you can literally just buy you can like pay for the service of making clothing, which is really interesting. Am I looking to spend $340 right now on making some clothing? No. In the future, would it be nice to do something like this, which I know other people are starting to do as well, and work with other people on designing and stuff, specifically Everforward, and I think Alpha. Yeah, that'd be cool. We're not there yet though, so we got to kind of just muck through it. But yeah, I think what we have to do is I think we kind of have to design it. We got to know what we want, and we gotta talk to this lady, one of these people in these things, because it's important. And we need to get the website up, because this person asked me for the website for some reason, and I don't understand. I can't exactly understand why they would want the website, but that's okay. So that's kind of where we're at right now. That is a rundown of it. So if we wanted to do some actual work, we should do what we need to do. So let's go back to this one for a second, because this one was a lot of help here. The problem is I just don't understand. PDF, what about the size of the logo and tags? some of this stuff is just so confusing to me. Like, what does that mean? What does the size of the logo mean? Like, in inches? Like, how am I going to tell you how big I want, like, a fucking chest logo to be when I'm going to get different size shirts? These are the things that are important. Like, these are the things that are important for people to tell you when they ask you, when you ask the question, hey, how do I make a clothing brand? It's like, how do I design clothes? I watched this video today of this guy designing clothes. This motherfucker, like, literally just got this dude literally went like this. This is exactly what this guy did. He said, bomber jacket template is what he did. Okay, so he goes bomber jacket template. I think he got this one exactly right here. I said make sure it's PNG or whatever, and then he took this, he dragged it into Photoshop, which just for fun. I mean, I was thinking about using this on here. Don't buy fucking Adobe Photoshop. Just go to this website because it's a total clone of Photoshop and it's free, completely free. So so he gets this bomber thing, he drags it into here. I'm not sure if I can drag it in there right now, but he drags it in here, and then he basically crossed out like the zipper and the flaps and whatever, and he colored it green, and he put some shit on the front and the back, like just pictures. Now, I don't have a problem with that. I just don't understand how you go from that to, I don't understand how like a manufacturer can understand what the fuck you're talking about when you just give them a random thing like that. If it works, it works. It's fantastic, but I just don't get it. So my point is, that is the stuff that when I ask questions and I get ridiculous answers of just, oh yeah, you just go on this and do this. Like there's details in there that are definitely missing that I'm trying to get, and I need to figure out before I can do these types of things. So honestly, I'm still not sure. Like I'm actually not sure on really what to do, but I need to do something. So here is literally what we're going to do. I've made the decision that this is what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to go into like Photopea. Okay. And we're going to go and we're going to say new project, and we'll call it, 300. And we'll say, and here's the thing. I'll tell you what, the one thing you got to remember, here's the thing you got to remember. I am not like other people, meaning that when I figure this shit out, I'm going to fucking tell people. So, like, when I figure out how to do this stuff, there's no way in hell that I'm going to not, like, come back and say, hey guys, I figured out how to make a clothing brand. Here's exactly how to do it with step-by-step instructions, because that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do for podcasting. That's what I'm trying to do for personal finance, building a business, like all this sort of shit. Like I'm not trying to like hoard the information. I don't know why this information isn't easier to figure out, honestly. Like you would think with the amount of people that have ever fucking made a clothing brand, you would think that there would be a little bit more information here out on the web, almost like a fucking process. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I don't know. But or maybe I'm just not looking in the right place. What the fuck? All right. I'm trying. Here's my first order of business. My first order of business here is to make a tag. So let's go back over this. We're going to start small. We have to start small because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to make an ever forward-esque tag like this. And I have no idea what the washing instructions should actually be and all that stuff. But we're going to make a tag. We're going to make a tag like this. And we're going to make a tag like this. So like the front and the back, like a washing tag. Just because I think that's not super important, but I think it's something that we could fucking do. Because I want to start small because I don't know what to do. I truly don't. So here's what we're gonna do. Our brand, hugely important. Our brand is Maven. Maven Pro is our font that we're using on the website and everything like that. So we are going to pop into here and we'll start typing. You know, that's way too damn small. And this is another thing. I'm not a graphic designer. I just fuck around and just occasionally do this. So let's try to... Here's what we're going to do. Again, we're going to start... This is how most of my shit starts. We're going to start with basically the exact thing that somebody else has, and then we're going to say, I like that, I don't like that, and we're going to move from there. So wash with similar color items or alone. Let's try that. Wash with similar. This needs to be smaller now. Come here. Learning with Mark. Do something like that for now. Go like this. That doesn't fucking work. Try 300 instead. Start there. Items or alone. What else we got? Hang dry only. Center all this. Hang dry only. Do not iron directly on print. Do not iron directly on print. Okay. Follow us. If I could spell. And this is a shitty one because I don't have that name on Instagram yet, even though I'm trying to get it. And fueled by progress.com. Cool. We're going to bold it all. That looks beautiful. Okay, make it a little smaller, I think, for this thing. 200. All right. And we'll bring it in a touch. We'll call it, I don't know. I have no idea, actually. Maybe 200 pixels, I guess. I don't know. Something like that. And something like that. I don't know if this is really going to matter. Okay, check mark. And oops. Let's go here, and something like that. I guess it doesn't really matter. That is definitely not all the right size, all the same size. I don't know what happened there. What? There we go. All right. Okay. Damn it. So we got this. All right, great. So if we did that, what the fuck? Let's do the background. Okay. So if we did something like that, we could probably bring it in like even more. Yeah, something like that. Cool. Cool. So let's see. Do not iron. I don't know why it got fucking low. I guess I do know why. I don't know why it's not. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Perfect. Okay. All right. So if we go back to this, this is so great because I never did this. Like I've been putting this off for a long time. Okay, look at that. Wash with similar items or alone. Hang dry only. Do not iron directly on print. Follow us. Now, am I going to keep that copy? Probably not, because I don't fucking know actually what the actual thing itself should say. Like, I don't know if that actually pertains to the clothing that we're making, but we have a start, which is great, because getting started is most of, if not almost all of, the battle. I don't like how big this is. I think we're gonna make it a little smaller. Okay. Terrific. So centered and centered. All right, we're gonna call that good. That is our first tag. We'll press, I didn't mean to save it. Oh, that's cool. Just automatically saves it down. That's fantastic. Now let's do this. Let's do another one exactly the same. We'll say new. Actually, no. We'll say open. Say downloads. Perfect. And we'll call this one tag 2 or some shit. Okay. So now we have this. So the idea is we're going to have, you'd have one thing on one side and then you'd have one thing on the other side. So this is going to be a little different. This is going to be our logo. It'd be, let's see, what do we have instead here? Oops. Cotton, 5% spandex. Okay. Now you may be asking yourself, Mark, why are you doing machine wash cold inside out? Why are you doing this? The fucking tags first. That's a great question. I don't really know. We're doing it because I want to, and because I don't know what else to do. As a total sidebar, as we're doing this, do you actually think that this is how you're supposed to wash clothes? Because I've never washed clothes before, and I always wonder, like, do you need to do all this shit? Do you need to actually put it on cycle, like delicate cycle? It seems a little ridiculous, but I don't know. Okay. I think what we need to do now is we need to go to the FBP Google Drive and marketing logo FBP tight FBP black. Yeah, we'll download that. We'll slap that bugger right in here. I don't know if I can just drop it in, so we'll open in place. FBP black, boom. Place that bitch. Make it a little smaller. Put it right here. I gotta be honest, this is looking pretty fucking good. Okay, great. So this is where we're at. Looks pretty similar. Great. Now there's an interesting thing right there, that it looks like there's a lot of the tag that's actually missing. Maybe I should have just, I don't understand how to design something on a computer, like digitally, and then make it happen in the real world. Meaning, like, that thing is like fucking 3 inches. How can is there a way to like make that to scale? I don't fully get that. I don't get it. But we have 2 tags right now. This doesn't work. This zoom out thing does not work. Oh, okay. That's a lot. We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. Okay, so I'm thinking that you might need to have more height on the top so the thing doesn't get messed up. I'm assuming that this is like probably the tag size, like from here down to here. One would have to assume that that is the case, and then it like flips around. And honestly, it's probably all one big tag too, because it's like, you know, wrapped down here. So you probably need to like take it and flip it. So I'll figure out the dimensions, and we'll make like probably a big one, and like the top will be one way and the bottom will be the other way, and it'll have to flip. But this is a pretty good start for that for right now. So let's think about this. Let's go back to our conversation with this lady, and let's say, so 2 logos, silk screen print. Where the fuck was the other logo that I wanted to have? Was it on the inside? Black, medium, 2 kinds of tags, woven and washing label. 95 cotton. I don't really fully understand that, but all right. Nothing on the back. This thing is cool. I'm getting the shirt out. Fuck it. Haven't worn it in a while. Been wearing my shit. I'm digging through my drawer. Damn it. Where are you? Found it. I found it. Okay. Okay. So this is the actual shirt that I have pictures of from Ever Forward here. And this is what we're looking at. So, all right. So I don't understand this. I don't understand actually what this raised, it's almost like a raised silk screen. It's kind of strange. Don't fully understand that. Seems like it kind of peels off slightly after a while. But anyway, so we have that. This is something cool. This little tiny, focus, little EF stitching thing on the bottom is kind of cool. I do enjoy that. So again, I don't know. Let me get a fucking whoa. Ooh. Hi. Let me get a fucking tape measure. Where is my tape measure? Found it. Okay. Let's get a tape measure. I think I took some measurements because I posted like a picture of this on the Fueled by Progress website at one point. 1 by a half. Okay. Easy enough. All right. So let's do this. Let's try to make a new thing. No, not open. New. Let's try this. You have inches? Perfect. Let's say just bottom tag, something like that. And we'll say 1 inch wide, half inch, what the fuck? Half inch high. No. 0.5 inch high. Create. Cool. Open and place. Well, yeah, we need something else here. We need paint bucket. So let's go paint bucket, swap black. So it's just a black little tag, and we would want the white variant. So we're gonna bring that down. We're gonna go here. Can I just drop it in here? No, I don't think I can. All right, open in place. This guy, cool. Probably a little bit smaller would be a good idea. And center that biatch. Okay. Just set it in the middle. All right, okay. I got you. What the fuck? Okay. Why are you doing this? There it is. Fine. Whatever. Works. Okay. So there we go. It looks like we have another tag done. That's kind of cool. A little FBP on the bottom. Nice. Very nice. Trying to think. Yeah. I'm thinking, let's try this. Let's do image size. That's so small. I don't understand. I don't understand this. I really don't. I gotta be completely honest. I really don't. One. No, I didn't want to do that. I want to do the canvas size. Canvas size. I think anchor here. Inches. 1. Perfect. That is what I wanted to do, even though I still don't think it's... I still don't understand. I don't understand this. But that is I think, what we would want on the bottom tag. So, just to explain the thinking. So you have something like this. Oh, Jesus. You have something like this. And it wraps around like this. So I'm thinking that it's 1 inch wide. Okay, it's 1 inch wide and it's a 1/2 inch high. So if you take, you know, it's always gonna be 1 inch wide. So if you take half divide or multiply by 2, then you have 1 by 1, and then you have this on here, and then you just kind of think that it slides here, it kind of folds behind. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. It might be too small because, yeah, I don't fully understand. I don't get how this fucking works. I don't understand. I don't understand how how big shit needs to be, which is a problem. But working on that. And then while we're here, I don't know. So there's a bottom tag if we decide to do that. The other problem, maybe not problem, but let's look here. If we go back and we go to Drive and we go to Apparel. Oh, I have tech pack examples. Cool. Blank tech pack, copy, shirt pack. I don't know where I did the designs. I might have just thrown. Did I throw those away? What? I don't know if I just threw them away or what the fuck happened, but it doesn't matter. We'll do another one. So let's do this. How do we do this? What's like a normal? Let's go to Printful for a second. And let's look at this. So this is what I have here. What is like the main area of a shirt? I don't know if it matters. Does it matter? Print file size. Oh shit. What is this? Okay, interesting. Printful seems like a really good starter thing. It gives you a lot of information. You could do it really easily for, like I said, merch and everything like that. This is weird. Kind of cool. Didn't feel like reading all that. What were we gonna do? FBP. I don't know. First shirt or something. Design. I don't know. Something like that. Now the problem again is how do I know how big to make this fucking thing? I don't know if I don't understand 300 DP. I don't understand DPI. Create new. Let's try this. Wait, what? What? I don't understand this. Don't understand that. 30 front and back, size for sleeves, front and back. 28 inches wide, 36 height. Where do you get 36 inches in height at? Is that a whole shirt? Is it like 30? I don't even know. I don't even understand. Let's go. Don't save. Let's try this. The one. I call that the one. That is the one. Maybe I should call it that. Pop into these shorts real quick. I am so excited for these fuckers. I hope they don't suck. I hope they don't suck really bad. Why does it look better when like somebody has like a tattoo? Like I don't want any fucking tattoos, but like that's kind of cool. All right, let's look at this here. Also, I'm not so keen on the find your fuel slogan. Might have to change that. I have this shirt actually. I bought this one. Just a simple thing here. I might have seen me wear that before. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. 12 by 16. That'll help me. We'll just do that. So 12 by 16. 12 wide, 16 high. Let's start there. That's a good start. And we'll do inches because I still don't understand it. 12 wide, 16 high. Come on. 16. Okay, perfect. Background. Make it black. Sure, make it black. Oh, okay. Didn't even do it. All right, whatever. There we go. Okay, so here we are. We have this. I have no idea where to put it. And like I said, how to for this to work. Idea. So I'm just rifling through clothes here. Here's my first instinct and idea. I'm gonna find a shirt from Adidas, and then I have another Ever Forward shirt. I'm going to measure how far it is from this neckline to the top of the words. I don't know if I have that Adidas shirt, and I have so much shit. Oh, I love this shirt. Love this shirt. I'm gonna make one of these. You can barely even see that. It's like black on black. It's fucking really cool. It's really hard to see and it's really cool. All right, I'm gonna measure this one. Tape measure. Okay, so that doesn't even look straight. Weird. From the bottom of the neckline. Okay, from the bottom of the neckline to the top of the words is about 2.5 inches. I'm going to use a couple other ones and see if that is... Actually, that's pretty close. Trying to find one. I know I have one. Let's use this one as an example. Got an Adidas shirt here, which is a little off kilter, but it will still work. Let's measure straight down. Yeah, about somewhere between like 2 and 2.5 inches, it seems like, for the start of words. Let's measure a couple more. Still looking for that other fucking one. This one is way high up. That's something like 1.5. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't understand. I really want to find this other one that I thought I had in this drawer. But I might have worn it. Shoot. I don't know. Fuck it. That's good enough. Two-ish inches below. Where are our rollers? Edit. No. View. Rollers. Great. Okay. So we are here. Oh, what is pixels? How many pixels is the whole thing? 48. So that's 12, 16. What is that? 300 pixels per inch? Yeah, it's 300 pixels per inch. 300 DPI. Duh. Okay, 300. So like, let's go 600 down. 600 is here-ish. Actually, zoom in. 600 is here-ish. Should we go 2.5? Let's go 2.5. 2.5 is good. So 750. Perfect. That's where our thing is going to start. That is where the FBP is going to be at. Okay, open and place this bitch right there. Okay, great. Now, how wide do we make it is a question. Okay. Okay. Need to open and place another one. No, we want apparel. Okay, fuck it. Let's go there and there and there and there and this and that and this and that and then marketing logo fueled by progress. Maybe. Oh, I need it in white. Where the fuck? Why do I not have any of these logos? Such an asshole. Wait a minute. I have this logo. Like, I absolutely have it. That's so weird. I'm normally much more organized than this. Videos. I'm gonna upload it. Right in here. God damn it. Where am I at? DaVinci Resolve. Common Assets. FBP. Right in there. Get out of 10. All right. Here we go. So we got that. And now obviously we need to... I just needed that. I needed to use that. Whatever. I'll download it again. Download and come over here, open and place, and right here. Okay. So now, I wish I could line this up with that. That would be nice. We'll just do it like this. We'll bring a roller in right to here, I guess. Oh, that's not there. Whoa. Alright, can't fucking move rollers. Damn it. You definitely move rollers. What the hell? What the hell? How do I move a roller? Aha. Perfect. Okay, and then let's bring another roller out here to my P. Let's go right there. Sure. Now we will line that up there. We'll grab this and we'll line it up there. Brilliant. 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 Okay, now that is looking pretty gosh darn goody. Yeah, I can't really complain too much about that. Now let's go back over. Not here. Not here. there. That's pretty close, right underneath there. It's probably about half of the width, or the height rather. Yeah, that's fine. What does this shirt look like? That's almost a whole. Switch cameras. That's almost a whole thing underneath. This shirt doesn't look bad. I mean, obviously the damn thing is just so wide. It's weird. I don't have one of these ones. I wish I did. Wish I did. Let's see. Eyeballing it. I think it looks good. Honestly, I think it looks good. So this is 12 by 16. I can make it bigger if they need it to be bigger. I don't know exactly what these people would want, but this is the first design. And yeah, so let's think about this again. So now we have the front. We have the tag on the inside, which we might have to kind of change the way that we do that or whatever, but that's fine. We've got the little bottom tag if we decide to add that. We need, I think we want to do this. I think we want to do something like this. So let's try that. And the way we're going to do that is, I should have kept Printful open like an asshole. I closed it. Because I know that they have the same types of things in there. So we'll go product templates again, and we will go to just any one. I think we can go to this one. I was working on that box thing too. I want to try that so bad. That'd be so cool. There we go. And print file templates, inside label. They don't have that. Son of a bitch. I'm not even sure what centered means. But outside label is 3x3. I'm going to assume that the inside label is the same. That's weird the way that looks, but okay. I'm going to assume that the inside and outside label are probably all 3x3. But you know what? I have that shirt somewhere. Right here. I have that shirt. And I can look right here. So, I dropped it. Okay. So here's what we got. Just so you can see it in real life. Whoa. Nicaragua. Focus. It doesn't matter. Okay, I just want to measure it just to kind of see. I think it's 3x3. Maybe this is literally how people do this. Just a lot of fucking measuring. That's about 3 and about 3. Yeah, we'll call 3x3. Also, I could just measure this thing too, just for kicks. But I bet you it's probably around 3. I don't give a shit. It's probably about 3. Okay. Let's do that now. So let's do another new one, and let's go just 3x3. This one would actually be transparent, but we'll just keep it white for now. And we're going to need to steal some text, because we're going to keep it all the same, because branding is important. And I'm not even showing my screen. Perfect. Okay. Now we are going to just grab this and copy it over to here. Did that work? No, it didn't. Okay, we'll just grab it like this, and we'll just paste it, right? Wait, what the fuck? Okay. FBP inside tag. inside, was it inside tag, inside label? Yeah, we'll call it inside label. There's a bunch of shit on my mouse pad. Okay, how do I get this? How do I copy this layer and bring it over? Can I do that? That'll work. Okay, so now we have this. Obviously large. Obviously way too large. What do we want to say in there? Let's see what Max has. It says performance in all big capital letters. Okay, can't even spell nor see what I'm typing. Let's just make it 100, not 1,000, 100 for now. And grab this. Did I delete it all? I don't even know what happened. It doesn't matter. Let's do this for now. Performance. Oh, what the? It's so strange. Perfect. Okay. Performance. Just do something like that for the time being. And we'll do wash. I don't know why, like, this is something that irritates the shit out of me, like, just different, the way the stuff looks different on different parts of shirts and all that stuff. Like, just be consistent. Wash cold inside out / hang dry. I don't even know why that's important to have right there, but wash cold inside out, hang dry. Wash cold inside out. I'm gonna say and hang dry. Yeah. Different. Be different. All right. This, and we're going to make this much smaller. Even smaller than that, I guess. I don't really know. Probably bigger than that, though. All right, let's try that. Okay. And then we're gonna need a big black FBP logo. Well, actually, I want the first shirt to be black, so this will change with certain things. That's a big annoying thing that I've noticed so far. Is like, even with Printful, like, you can't. Oh, what the hell? You can't. You can't, what am I saying? I totally forgot what I was saying. What I mean is, let's say you want to have a shirt and you want to have different colors of that shirt. You want to have white and black, for instance. If you want a black lettering on that shirt, like, you can't have black lettering on the black shirt. So it's like, has to become two different products, or you can't do it like as a variation. Unless there's a way to do it, and I just don't know. It's very strange, though. So that's just kind of a funny thing that I've seen. All right, let's try this, and let's try making this one black. Cool. Okay. Nope, not that. Okay, now here we are. So is that, what the fuck? Where's the character thing? Do you have, like, italic? Interesting. Good enough for now. And is that bold? Yeah, I guess it's bold. Okay, and then they just have this. And this is making me upset over here too. Like, this is kind of silly, but I'll leave it like that for now. It's not a huge deal. Okay, so performance, this, yada yada yee. Just leave it like that, I guess, for now. And then we will grab the white variant of that FBP, which I think I downloaded. Downloads. Yes, indeed, we did. Open in place. This one. I have no idea how big to make this shit. Maybe like that big or something. I don't know. Yikes. That's a little too much, but I don't know. Don't know if we should make it maybe like that. Where's the middle? Is that the middle? Maybe something like this. I don't know. That might be pretty dope. It's an idea. It's an idea. Ultimately, you don't really know how this shit is gonna look, I guess, until you get it on a thing. But we're just trying to get as close as we can here. Yeah. All right. This is pretty cool. So it looks like now we have a lot of good shit going on. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger, I think. Yeah. And I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. I don't know if the performance is even necessary, but that's what we got right now. Let's see, just out of curiosity. Looking at a bunch of shit. It's all pretty similar. Okay. This is good enough. I think we are well on our way here. We got inside label. We got inside label. We got our first design. Hopefully that works. We got our bottom tag. We got our inside tag of the thing. And then we got this other one, which we should probably put these together, like I was saying earlier, and do that upside down shit. So, and it's also not to scale. So here's what we're going to do. That's going to be a pain in the ass, though. I should have started it to scale. Let's try this. Let's try to do a new one again. And let's do... let's try to see what an actual size is. Oh, you know what? Don't know what the size of the actual thing is. Size of the... actual size, what is this, 1.5? 1.5 by 1. Needed a spit, okay. Okay, so 1 wide and 3 in height, I think, actually. That's what we're looking at. Yeah, okay. So we want all of this information. We want this and this. We want to drag it over to shit. Care tag. We'll call it care tag. Okay, so we'll do that. I'm gonna grab all this. We want to bring it over to care tag. It's gonna be way too fucking big, obviously. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay, whoa. Whoa. Hope this is making it all small. Something like that. We'll work on that here in a second. Okay, so we got that one. We want to grab this one. We want to bring it over here. Care tag. We are making shit. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to draw an imaginary line in the sand that is halfway, which I think it's this, maybe 450. Yeah, I think maybe. Is that half or is it this? Not sure. Where we at here? Yeah, it's 450. That's half. Okay, great. All right, so here we are, and we're gonna take this and put it about right there, I suppose. Then we'll take these guys and we'll make them even smaller, and we'll bring them up here. And we want to make it less than that. I wish there was like a concept of padding in like graphic design. I don't know if there is. It would be nice. There is, you know, such as in WordPress, like or web design rather. That would be cool. If there was like a, you know, like some way to make padding just artificially almost, or like standardized it. That would be nice. Also, I totally forgot about that thing at the top, which is actually at the top of this and the other side. So this is actually getting spun like this. 180. Perfect. And the up here and down here are gonna get fucked. So if we, what is 25? 26. Let's make them both 20. Holy shit, that's small. Now let's try 22. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, I'm pretty good at just fucking around and doing shit though. It's pretty impressive. Just figuring it out, man. I'm just figuring it out. Something like that. Something like this-ish. FPP logo, bring that down. Bring it a little smaller maybe. It's teeny. It can be teeny. I know one thing I can do. I can make the spaces in between these smaller if I wanted to. But dude, you know what? This is looking pretty fucking good, if I might say so myself. Okay. All right. I have no idea what the next steps are, truthfully, because in theory, I should be able to send all this stuff in PDF format to somebody, and they should just be like, yeah, let me throw this on a shirt and let me put these tags in. The problem is that, well, one, I don't know what the next steps are, but yeah. Well, we made some progress here. This is what the damn shirt is going to look like. It's going to have these tags. It's going to have all this stuff. The issue that I'm going to have is understanding measurements of clothing next, I believe. Shit. That's going to be the next problem that I'm going to have to figure out. And I'm going to figure that out at a later time, like not right now. But we do have all these things made now. We have assets made. Let me actually go back to this conversation because this was a long time ago. Sizes of the logo and tags. We print logo and tag according to the PDF files. Send me the file. That's very confusing still because, like, can you make a 2 by 1 inch tag? Can I give them this? Let's actually look at something real quick. This care tag, for instance. Let's file, export as PDF. See, it's like 300 by 900. Does that make sense? Let me save that. Let me open it. It's really small. Yeah, that's what I thought. And it didn't keep the fucking thing either. What the hell? I gotta rasterize that. Yeah, I don't fully understand it, to be completely honest, because that looks way too small. Have to really think about it. Have to ask, be like, yo, you actually want me to make? See, that's the thing. It's like, do you actually want me to make a tag that is 3 inches by 1 inches? I don't know. It doesn't really matter for now. I was just playing around. Regardless, though, I have the assets now, so if I need to make them bigger, I can do that. And I obviously need to change some of the wording up and stuff depending on, you know, what the actual product is. But I'm happy. I'm very appreciative to all the people that have inspired me. Max Tuning, thank you for, you know, putting all this work in so I can go ahead and you know, kind of tweak it and just continue to learn and move forward. So, but yeah, that's what I got. I'm excited because I'm gonna be making this order here very soon for like the first sample. I might actually try to do like 2 shirts because it's gonna take so goddamn long to get one, I'm sure, because they'll come from China and take like probably 4 weeks to get here or something ridiculous. Actually, does it say like a reasonable, let's say 180 days? What? Does it give like an idea of how long this shit normally takes to get here? I don't know, but they're literally using Max Tuning in their pictures. I really hope that they have similar clothing, I guess. How long to get clothing samples from China? 1430 days, 1445 days. Injected molded samples? I don't know. 1445 days, so yeah, like weeks. So, I don't know. Oh, this is interesting. What is this? How to find the right factory. That's kind of cool. Out of curiosity, if I go over here, Dongguan Human Hankai. I don't understand Chinese. Jiangzi. Close. Jingjiang. I don't even understand. This is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Fabric quality. I don't know. There's a lot to learn. I'm doing it, working on it. Creating your tech pack. Wow. Where the fuck was this guy? I don't know. We're moving forward regardless. If we're going to do something similar to this, we're going to need this shit. So I'm glad I made it. I'm glad we started moving forward on it. And we now have these so we can edit them in the future. That's fantastic. Talked a little bit about the stuff that we're doing, the way that we need to do this. And we're going to order this shit sometime in the next couple weeks at the latest. So I am very excited. It's going to be a great success. But yeah, that's it. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Tomorrow we got to get that FBP episode up somehow at 4:12, so I should probably go to sleep early, like now. And anything else big? Why? Cool. I don't know. How you doing? It's great to see you. We're just wrapping up here. We talked a lot about clothing, talked a lot about how to design your own clothing brand and different stuff like that. I was working on a lot of different things for one of the first pieces for Fueled by Progress that I'm going to do. So if you're interested in athleisure, athletic wear, anything like that, yeah, check it out. Do I want to hear some dubstep or some lo-fi? I'm about to go to sleep, so I'm all right, but I appreciate that. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I got, honestly. Pretty tired. Did a lot of progress here. But yeah, tomorrow, I don't know. We got some stuff going on, trying to get that Fueled by Progress episode up. I'm going to do the website too. I've literally made a decision. I have other things that I need to do as well, but that's going to be on the radar here moving forward because we're making steps in all these different places for all these different brands. And yeah, so that's all I got. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. If you watched it live or watched on the rerun, thank you so much. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. See ya.